day is here. So what are these players right now, Greg, feeling as they tip off this brand new season?
Mostly excitement. I mean, this is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. Then there's John Morant. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Conchar in at the shooting guard. And the basket by Harris.
Ooh, that's a clever pass there by Kyrie, getting the ball to the guy for the better look.
Morant passes to Jackson. Here's Conchar, guarded by Harris. Jackson, a screen on Harris. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here, and Jackson gets it to go.
A tough cover. Jackson has a ton of post work. He can go over either shoulder or face up.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if we give them any space on the outside to shoot. And they're going to be determined not to let that happen. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the three ball is a big concern for any defense. This is his first free throw of the game.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
First free throw is good. Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. That's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
And the Nets, Richard, are trying to build a legacy where they're recognized as one of the league's true glamour franchises.
And they've got the star power, and they've got the market. You got an ownership that is willing to pay for it. They will do everything, but ultimately, it's going to be the players and how they perform on the court that will dictate how this success is viewed.
The infrastructure is there. Now can they get the players to fill the role? Now here's Jackson. Morant, right side. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you got to love that energy.
Here's Conchar. Jackson, a screen on Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Conchar. And it's sent back by PD.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
Jackson's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Brooks against O'Neal. Pass to Claxton. Harris outside. And here is Irving. Shoots the 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Conchar, guarded by Harris. Jackson dishes to Morant. Drills it from outside.
Look, when you're as explosive as Ja, then opponents are going to let you take shots from deep.
Irving with the bounce pass. And another turnover here by Brooklyn.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Durant. He's coming off an excellent season. How about 30 points per game, 6 assists and 7 rebounds. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
And he's willing to take on the scoring load. And look, he is more than capable of delivering.
Now here's Morant. And it's sent back by KD. They need this one. That shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Irving kicks to Harris. Pass to O'Neal. Harris outside. On the wing, Irving. 6 to shoot. Harris setting the pick for Irving. That one goes. Count it.
I love seeing Irving's work in the mid-range. Intelligent at reading the defense and recognizing when to take these shots.
Now here's Morant. He's coming off a 19-point game against Oklahoma City.
And how about the passing? We've seen this from him. He's just absolutely shredding the D to pieces right now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And that one's good. Durant.
Tough hoop from Kevin Durant. KD makes those look way easier than they actually are.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Morant looking around. Now the pass to Brooks. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by O'Neal. Outside Irving. Back to O'Neal. Over Brooks. And it's Brooklyn scoring again. Grizzlies have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Brooks finds Adams. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Jackson passes to Conchar. Jackson a screen on Harris. 4 on the clock. Conchar, good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Passes it to Harris. Now, here is O'Neal. On deep. Rebounded by Jackson.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Nets trail by 4. KD dishes to Irving. Three-pointer. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Look, he is a 50-40-90 guy, right around 40% from the three-point line. Kyrie deserves more respect for his deep game.
Now here's Adams. He kicks it to Morant. Driving the lane. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies. That's good from Morant. And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward.
Simmons checked in for the Nets. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry. And it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Now Simmons, following the miss by John Morant from deep. Durant kicks to Harris. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Wide open. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Jones finds Morant. Jackson, a screen on Simmons. Durant fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
A great score. Morant showing his poise on that shot.
John Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
That's good from Morant.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Now, here's Thomas. Outside, Simmons. Durant sets a screen for Simmons. Outside for Thomas. Clock is at 3. Tries from 10. Grizzlies with the rebound. Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 6-point lead. Out to Morant. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Thomas. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Now Curry. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seasons.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Now here's Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss. Nets trail by 4. KD with it. Drilled from 11 feet out. Durant's got his second basket.
And the handles from Durant are downright filthy, using him to cut up the defense there with ease.
Now here's Morant. 10 points for him. To the paint, here's Clark, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Grizzlies haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against Oklahoma City. And here is Thomas. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shot from 12, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. And how about Vince Carter taking in the action?
Half man, half amazing. A 3-time All-Star with the Nets. A pretty good trio at that time with him, Jay Kidd, and Richard Jefferson.
Clark a screen on Curry. Morant finds Clark, and the shot goes down. And it's a 7-point Grizzly lead.
And it's so difficult to defend Morant in a pick and roll because not only can he get his own, but he can also create passing angles in very tight spaces.
Now here's Curry. Durant feeling it out a bit. In the corner, Simmons with it. Morant against Kerr. Here's Sumner. And it's Morant with the rebound. Memphis leading by 7. Wound up there for Clark. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Number 1, the Grizzlies.
They had such a strong presence in the paint. Just a physical team. They dominated the interior in terms of rebounding.
KD on the wing.
Come on.
And the layup's good off the glass. KD's got 6.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
There's a minute left here in the first quarter. Clark a screen on Kerr. Morant with it, guarded now by Durant.
John Morant was a great player, but he became a star once he learned how to dominate pick and rolls.
And the Nets with possession here. They trail by 7. KD passes to Thomas, and the basket is good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Morant. He's got 12. Clark a screen on Kerr. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. From 12 feet out, again the Nets for 2.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Morant. 14 points for him.
And we talk a lot about Morant's athleticism and skill, but what stands out for me is his effort and intensity that he plays with.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And the first one at the line is good. Both teams will make substitutions. Both free throws good from Morant.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Now here's Durant. Tight defense on him. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
And that does it for the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 4. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Especially on the road, you want to come in aggressive. Let everyone in this arena know that you are here to play.
It's the Nets now. 4-point game. So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. They've got Jones. Steven Adams is out there with Brooks. And it's Conchar in a 2-guard. Now here's Durant. A 35-point game for him in the win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And I love what he's been able to do on the glass, securing some extra possessions for his team.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Now here's Jones. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City. And there's the feed to Adams. Here's Conchar. Off target with his three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
KD's shot is off.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Here's Jones. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Screen by Adams. Shot clock at 5. Good. And the Grizzlies lead by 6. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year, and then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Here is Brooks after Ben Simmons' bucket. Adams with the screen on O'Neal with the step back. Here's Brooks, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Feeds to Simmons. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
No good on that one. And Ben Simmons, the epitome of a point forward.
He passes it well and plays huge for a guard at 6'11". It's crazy. It is very rare to see a player of his size with his skill set.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant. Harris comes in for Seth Curry. And Irving subbed in for Patty Mills.
Well, I played for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
Now here's Brooks. His last outing, 16 points for him. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
Irving against Jones. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Irving. And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. On the wing, Irving. It's stolen by Jones.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 6. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. Grizzlies making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Irving against Jones. And the rejection by Jackson. Jones looking for an opening. Brooks outside. Jackson, a screen on O'Neal. Outside for Jackson. Three-pointer. And again, Memphis no good. Nets trail by 6. Outside, Simmons. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game.
and the next one puts him in the bonus.
And the Nets making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Outside, Simmons. Harris, right side. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harris has got 6.
And you can't give Harris any breathing room to shoot, especially when he's looking to fire the 3-ball.
Here's Jones. Jones kicks to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And give him credit. Simmons struggled at the line when he entered the league, but Ben's really improved his foul shooting.
That's good from Simmons. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big games. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Jones, it's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Nets trail by 4. Irving passes to Simmons. Lays it up and banks it in. Simmons got 8 points.
And the closer Simmons gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. I love watching him in attack mode.
Brooks outside. Jackson setting the pick here for Brooks. No good on the 3. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Simmons kicks to Thomas. Harris outside. Pass to Claxton. Irving for 3. And no good that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Jones, the pass to Brooks. Clark, a screen on Thomas. Here's Brooks. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Morant, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Clock at 6. Here's Conchar. He's guarded by Thomas. Brooks against Harris. Over Brooks. And it's all evened up. He's got 8.
And you can tell the coaching staff likes to see this from Harris. So good at taking what's available.
Clark, a screen on Harris. It's intercepted. Simmons inside. Brooks covering. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. Memphis has gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Harris outside. Irving attacking. And the rejection by Morant. Outside for Simmons. There's the pick. He lobs it up. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Clark. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. The Nets have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Irving finds Thomas. Here's Simmons. And that one hits back iron. Memphis trailing here. Now Morant. 16 points for him. Outside Jackson. Launches it. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Now here's Thomas. Takes it inside. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Brooklyn making some changes. Curry comes in for Thomas. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Irving. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Here's Sumner. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Harris outside. 5 on the clock. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Nets lead by 2.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Now, oh my goodness, what a play!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Simmons with it. Pass to Harris to the inside. Here's Claxton, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Memphis has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Jackson passes to Morant. Here's Aldama. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Oklahoma City. From deep, Brooks. They get it back. Aldama gets the bucket.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Now here's Curry. Over Brooks. And the rejection by Jackson. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's the pass to Morant. He's feeling it, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Now here's Curry. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Morant outside. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far, but Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
That free throw, no good.
And he just seemed to have a little more fire in the first quarter than he has in this one. And it showed in all the trips he made to the free throw line. Those have dried up.
O'Neal's checked in for Simmons. No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also.
Normally, he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
Passes it to Claxton. Harris inside the line. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
A minute 20 left to play here in the half. And here's Morant. He's got 20. Dishes it to Adams. Six to shoot. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Curry kicks to Harris. There's the screen. Sumner passes to Claxton. Harris with it. Here's Sumner. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Top of the key jumper, no good. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the dish to Morant. Here's the lob to Adams. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Pass to Sumner. Outside for Curry. And the Nets, another 3. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Morant outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Joe Harris has been on display for Brooklyn. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. Back right after this.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and a battle is also upon us. Not Kenny and Shaq this time, thankfully, but 2 outstanding players through the first half.
Well, you look at these two carrying the scoring load, both playing some fantastic basketball in the first half.
We'll see if the imminent halftime coaching adjustments can slow down either guy. And when we look at the first half for the Nets, a close contest so far.
How about these guys dropping daggers from distance? It's become contagious. The defense has to stay connected to these guys, Ernie.
And the way they've stretched the floor could open up other things for them offensively. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
And when you rip through the D like he did in that first half, you've got to stay aggressive. Keep getting to the rim.
Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Kyrie Irving is out there with Joe Harris. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. That's the group for Jacques Vaughn getting going here in the second half. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, KD still a net after asking for a trade. The team looked but didn't feel a deal was there. And Durant will continue to play, but you feel like this story could drag on until the trade deadline or beyond.
That one is no good.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
Now here's Morant for 3. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in. Outside, KD. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
That free throw missing.
Another trip to the line for him, and a successful one this time. He's earning his points the hard way here tonight. And
he's good on the second. Brooklyn's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. Claxton the pass to Durant. Shoots from 12. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
In the mid-range, Durant is deadly as ever. Easy money sniper, putting up a little silky jumper.
Morant against Irving. Adams sets the pick for Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Okay, I see you, Ja, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Jackson against Durant. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Here's Morant after the made shot from KD. Morant passes to Jackson. Slammed home and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant.
A big target with good hands. Jackson doing damage in the pick and roll.
And the defense of Jared Jackson Jr., it has become elite. Triple J finishing top 5 in 2022 in the Defensive Player of the Year vote.
That's good from Jackson. Greg, why do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. made that leap defensively in his game?
Kevin, health. Jackson was finally back to 100% in 2022. The ability to kind of fully use his physical tools. And Jaren's still learning from playing night in and night out. Now living up to that massive potential.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
They get the rebound, and Adams with the slam.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Now, here is Irving. 7 points in the game. Down low, here's Claxton. Adams, a nice D. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. To the middle, here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
Here is Durant. He's got 16. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Kevin Durant, third.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. To stop the run. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Well, if you poll players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
That's good from Morant. And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He sets some of the hardest screens on the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large human.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Thomas is checked in. Now, here is Irving. He has 7. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. There's the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Irving's got 10.
Such a smooth operator out of the pick and roll. Irving can do so much with the ball, it's ridiculous. It makes it so difficult to game plan for him because he can break down pretty much any defense.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Good advice. David, thanks. Here's KD. After the basket by Jaren Jackson. The crossover. Here's Claxton. 6 on the shot clock. Moving against Morant. No good from Irving.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Now here's Morant. 27 points for him. 7-foot shot, and Jackson finishes inside. Jackson's got 19 points.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Here's Thomas. They set the pick. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Irving against Morant. Pass to Conchar. Jackson a screen on Thomas. Here he goes. Conchar can't get it to go. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Brooklyn. 9-point game. Here's Durant. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Ho-hum, guess what? Another bucket for KD. Just making the game look easy, somewhat boring.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Memphis. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Simmons checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Seth Curry in for O'Neal. That's good from Durant.
You look at Durant's game and you instantly see all the hours of hard work that went into shaping it. He's so polished in every area. His skills are so sharp.
Here's Aldama. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one misses.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
And he sinks the second. Nets trail by 7. Outside Irving. KD on the wing. He's covered by Clark. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Clark sets a screen for Brooks. 4 on the shot clock. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got 4 rebounds in this game. Nets passing it around. Irving passes to Durant. Simmons trying to get open. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Durant.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
Clark, a screen on Irving. Here's Jones. It's stolen by Curry. On the wing, Irving. Outside Durant from outside the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. Aldama's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Kick it out.
Curry against Brooks. It's Jones on the wing. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Irving. A fader. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
Determined to produce. Kyrie, he is just relentless. He is always putting pressure on the defense.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
And that one falls for Brooks.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
Edmund Sumner's checked in for the Nets. And both free throws good for Brooks. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Trailing by 4. Here's KD. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Durant's got 13 points in the second half.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jones, the pass to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Jones. For 3, that drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Jones has got 7 points.
Oh, smart dish there by Brooks to a wide open man, getting him the assist and his team some needed points.
Picked his pocket. 2 on none, no one back to stop this. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Nets trail by 7. Now Irving. He's got 12. And there's the pass to Curry. He feeds it to Durant. Good on the shot. That's now 26 points for KD.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Poked loose. Outside, Simmons. Here's Irving over Jones. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
With how crazy his handles are, Irving, man, this man gets to the line a lot.
And Kyrie Irving, a Picasso with the ball in his hands. And like a lot of genius-level creators, he marches to the beat of his own drum.
Free throw, good, Irving. And you know, Greg, Kyrie sometimes is just a tough guy to figure out.
And the danger is pulling too much in your own direction. Even he confessed regrets about in Cleveland withdrawing from teammates and isolating himself. All part of growth.
Both free throws, good from Kyrie Irving.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Joe Harris is checked in for Kyrie Irving.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. Last season's performance for him. He put up about 15 points a game last season. 3 assists and 3 rebounds. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Guys like that can really stretch your weapons offensively.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Outside, Jones. Here's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Brooks. And the 3 ball is good. Brooks has got 7.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. The first one falls.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
And KD drops them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Now here's Jones. Not a lot of room. Guarded by Harris. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
There's 1:26 left to play in the third. Right side, Kevin Durant. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
For his sake, I hope they can come back. You hate to see the performance he's having be wasted in a loss.
For Brooklyn, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Memphis leading by 4. Brooks with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Some nice passing there by Memphis. 5 to shoot. Brooks with no one around. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Sumner. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for Kevin Durant. The Grizzlies also making a change. Konchar's checked in. Now here's Simmons. He's got 10. Out to Harris. Fires the 3. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. And Memphis also making a switch. Adams checked in. Memphis leading by 7. Outside, Jones. Adams with the screen on Simmons. Jones. Nice again. And there's the nice layup by Adams. Adams has got 4 points this quarter.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Curry with it. Takes the 3. Hands it from downtown. Curry's got his second bucket tonight. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Grizzlies out in front, leading by 6. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. They've got Adams, and it's Aldama in at the power forward position. They set the pick. Here's Morant, and Morant throws it down.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 8-point game. Simmons inside. Guarded by Morant.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Morant against Simmons. From downtown. And it's Morant missing. And for the Nets, they're shooting an efficient 53% from the field. No one near Curry as he lets it go. They get it back.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Simmons against Morant. Over Simmons. And another basket for Memphis.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Harris outside. From deep three-point range. Second chance shot. No good from Simmons. Memphis leading by 8. Morant passes to Aldama. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The Nets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make.
I see him.
Morant with the steal. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Pass to Conchar. Lock at 6. Here's Aldama. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Simmons. The Grizzlies making the shot. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Morant against Irving. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Durant's checked in for Ben Simmons. The Grizzlies also making a change. Brooks checked in. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Ja Morant.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Nets trail by 16. Pass to KD. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Cans it from short range. KD's got 33.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
Here's Morant. A steal. And here is Durant. Back to Irving. KD on the wing. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steven Adams picks one up.
An impossible guy to cover, Durant puts defenses in situations where they must compromise and foul him.
Free throw drops for KD. He hits both from the stripe. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
No, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences. Get ourselves fired up. You game?
Come on, Greg. I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Durant down low. Jackson on him. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Conchar. And Memphis with another turnover here. It's the Nets now. Down by 15. Knocked away. Irving kicks to KD. And Harris wide open. He shoots off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Jackson, and it's sent back by Irving.
How about that block from Irving there, getting the timing just right on the defense.
There's the triple. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Conchar. The pass to Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. And Brooklyn has possession. 17-point game. KD with it. Guarded now by Jackson. That shot missing. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Conchar, the pass to Morant. Adams with the screen on Irving. Crafty move. And then Morant slams it in.
This is what teams try to do with Morant. Get physical, make it difficult, but he just continues to figure it out.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Timeout. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Start it.
You're weak, Nets.
Simmons checked in for the Nets. Nets trail by 19. Pass to O'Neal. Inside. Now here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And so it's Brooklyn with it, following the score by Memphis. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Back to Simmons. Durant, wide open, he fires. Connects from three-point range. Durant's got 38 points.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Morant finds Jackson. Back to Morant. No good there. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Durant inside. Guarded by Jackson. And O'Neal gets it to go.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Memphis leading by 15. Morant dishes to Jackson. Back to Morant. Outside for Jackson. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's time for an injury report. Let's get an update on Irving. What's the status, David?
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Nets. And guys, he says it's just a bruised shoulder. Good news, because at first they feared it was much worse. Well, this is definitely unlucky, and especially right at the start of the season. The adjustments will be plentiful going forward. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And you never want to speculate. So it's nice for us, and especially his teammates, to get some facts.
And here is Harris, following Ja Morant's 3. 6 on the shot clock. Outside for Durant. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Here's Morant. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Kicks to Simmons. Pass to O'Neal. To the paint. Here's Claxton. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty. And he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Morant outside. Jackson passes to Morant. That shot off the mark. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Conchar, the pass to Jackson. Now Morant. And they double up Morant. And stolen by Simmons. O'Neal passes to Simmons. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Here's Conchar, and stolen by Simmons. On the wing, Harris. Simmons finds Harris, and it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons.
And, over time, we've seen Harris become much more assertive. Have to respect how much he believes in his jump shot.
Now here's Morant. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up. Nets trail by 12. KD with it. Outside, Simmons. For three, Harris. It's hauled in by Adams. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Jackson kicks to Morant. Adams with the screen on KD. And Simmons with the rebound. The Nets shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. And KD throws it down.
Well, we know Simmons can do this. At 6'11", I don't know that anyone in the league has his vision.
O'Neal against Brooks. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Morant against Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. From past the arc. It's sent back down by Simmons. Right wing. O'Neal from long range. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Memphis.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ja Morant.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates.
And here's Morant. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.